Cutting health benefits of 1,900 part-time whole food workers saved world's richest man Jeff Bezos what he makes in less than 6 hours. Study.
Here's a summary of the article.
When billionaire Jeff Bezos cut health benefits on September 13 for part-time workers at his grocery store Whole Foods, the richest man in the world saved the equivalent of what he makes from his vast fortune in just a few hours. That's according to an analysis from Decision Data's Data in the News series, which found that Bezos could cover the entirety of annual benefits for part-time employees who work less than 30 hours a week with what he makes from stocks and investments in just a fraction of a day. Doing a quick calculation with existing publicly available numbers shows that Bezos makes more money than the cost of an entire year of benefits for these 1,900 employees in somewhere between 2 to 6 hours, the study says. Bezos makes just under $9 million an hour, according to a 2019 Business Insider analysis, which would mean he makes enough money in a little over 2 hours to cover the benefits he cut. Decision Data used an earlier study which found Bezos makes $4.5 million an hour to conclude he would need approximately 4.5 hours to cover the cost. Jeff Bezos makes $3,182 a second, said Jacobin writer Luke Savage. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in modern history, and yet they continue to degrade the rights of their workers.
This post received a score of 17,364, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It's stupid that we have to rely on our jobs to get health benefits.
Exactly. It limits job mobility and makes it harder for small companies to compete with larger ones that can afford to pay for health benefits. I wish more Democrats would push the universal health care is good for business angle. I was surprised that Yang was the only one to bring this up in the last debate.
They're trying that, but that just implies whatever is good for business should win the day, which means the Romneys, Trumps, Hoovers, W. Bushes deserve to be in power. It's a dicey gamble to get away from the theme, we want what's best for ordinary working people and families, because that indicates there is no special club you need to join to participate in a democracy.
Businesses don't benefit from sick, poor consumers. If the government invested its deficit spending in people directly, health care, education, UBI instead of corporations or military, that would inevitably translate into a more active economy. Healthier, wealthier people but more equals more profit for businesses. There's no trade-off between market success and social health.
Greater than businesses don't benefit from sick, poor consumers. Big Pharma would like a word.
Greater than Bezos makes just under $9 million an hour, according to a 2019 Business Insider analysis, which would mean he makes enough money in a little over 2 hours to cover the benefits he cut. Well, that is a rather dumb analysis. Bezos does not actually make $9 million an hour. $9 million an hour is $9 million hours equals $18.72 billion per year. The question is, how does this $9 million per year compare to the performance of Whole Foods on its own?
The old market forces are a substitute for ethics argument. Yes, we get it. Whole Foods' profitability should negatively impact the worker, not the owner. Some of us disagree.
Ethics will only play a role if WF is profitable. If it's consistently unprofitable, no one will have benefits because there will be no WF.
If the only way to make WF profitable is through slave labor, then maybe it's time for WF to go bankrupt. This whole "we need to keep everything alive at the costs of every employee's well-being" argument is spiraling out of control. More people need to make this point. If a business cannot provide a living wage for all its workers, why is it even in business?
Moreover, people keep clambering over the idea that a higher minimum wage would bankrupt McDonald's and any other company we have in the US. But they're open and thriving in Europe, where mandated days off, vacation, and sick pay are the actual fucking norm.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.